Hello, good evening, and welcome. Welcome to the Chidi Asa Takes. We are going Hollywood. And what do I mean by that? Is Chelsea going to play Wrexham, the home of the Hollywood stars. All right. So we don't know much about Wrexham, but what we can tell is that this is going to be the FA Cup fifth round match between these two clubs. Wrexham is playing at home. So, yes, we are going there to play them. And the last game they played was back in February 28th of 2026. What does that tell you? Well, guess what? They are going to be much stronger. They are going to be much physical, more motivated because, of course, everybody's tagging this the Hollywood showdown. So they're gonna be ready mentally, physically, because they've had some time to rest. Chelsea, we've only played a couple days ago, and now we're turning around to play this game against a very, very physical side. Now, before I talk about what we expect from Chelsea, let's talk about what we know about Wrexham. So, under their manager, I think it's Phil Parkinson, they utilize direct and physical 3-5-2 formation or system. And what that means is that they prioritize wing play, high volume, long balls, the long balls again, and attacking overload. So, I believe a couple times we've met them, we've played them in a friendly where we beat them, absolutely whooped them 5-0. And then the second time we meet them was a friendly. This was Enzo Maresca's first game in charge of Chelsea. So, key features about Wrexham is that they utilize target men like Oli Palmer to win knockdowns and using attacking wing backs for crosses and a solid defensive structure that transitions into a 5-3-2. So, what that means is whenever they attack and they lose the ball, they quickly go back to the formation of 5-3-2. Five defenders, three midfielders, and two always going at it. So which means it's going to be tough for them to break for you to break them down. And I'm looking at the results, their past results so far. This same Wrexham, I'm looking at their past five games that they've played. They've been, playing very well actually. All right, they've been actually playing very well. Statistically, their last five games, they've won all of them. Check this out. February 13th, English FA Cup. They beat Ipswich Town at home 1-0. The English League Championship, they went away to Bristol City and they played a 2-all draw. So that was a draw. And then the next game, February 21, 3 days later, or 4 days later, I mean, they played at home to Ipswich and they beat Ipswich 5-3. So the same team they just beat a few days before 1-0 in the FA Cup. They meet again and they beat them 5-3. At home again, 3 days later, they played Portsmouth and they beat Portsmouth 2 goals to 1. And then the last game till date was on February 28th. They went away to Charlton Athletic and they went and beat them 1-0 away. So you can see they've been doing very well. They are currently, I believe, they are currently fifth or sixth in the English, in the English league. So we should not take them lightly. Okay. Yep. They are currently one, two, three, four, five, six position in the EFL, the English, championship. Okay. So it's not going to be an easy game. They are motivated. They always want to play Chelsea for some reason. And this is the chance. They feel like this is the moment that they can come and, kill a giant. All right. But we shouldn't take that. We should be serious. The boys should be mentally focused and ready. So, like I mentioned, their formation is always a 3-5-2, and their style of play is direct, no nonsense, often bypassing the midfield with long passes to the forwards, especially under pressure. When they get under pressure, they can just kick those long balls, and of course, the attackers are always ready. I expect to see their attackers when they see the ball coming, like those long balls, by kind of nudging our defenders back so they can get control of the ball. We saw what happened when we played Leeds. Remember that game against Leeds? It was the same thing that happened. We had long balls come our way, and their attackers, they will nudge our young defenders away and be able to control the ball or pass it on to another attacking team player. So the wing utilization, the team heavily relies on the wing backs. We have James McLean or Jacob Wendy to create width and numerical superiorities, frequently overloading the wings to create crossing opportunities. They want to make sure they cross those, they have those opportunities to cross, and that doing so, they can have another long throw or another set piece. And we know Chelsea have not been very, very good this season with set pieces. So I hope the coach knows exactly what to expect. Now, physicality, that's the main thing. They use strong physical strikers. Trying to drink some water here. They use strong physical strikers, Oli Palmer to hold up the ball and fight for high balls. Well, took me out. Maybe I should drink some wine instead. All right, so the key players. These are folks like Elliot Lee, Paul Mullen. And in terms of defensive stability, the back three often with a sweeper type role is supported by active wingbacks who must track back. What I'm trying to say is that this game is not going to be very easy for Chelsea. Coming up from the last game against Aston Villa, I think Chelsea have some kind of moral boost. The win must have helped the boys mentally, and I just hope that they are ready for this game. So the Liam Rosinha in his press conference, he gave the team news and he did mention that certain players are back. He said Romeo Lavia will feature. Okay, that's a good thing. We must make sure that this young lad stays fit because he's one of the best midfielders I think in the world. In the world, unfortunately, injuries have not let him, showcase his talent. So Romeo Lavia will definitely feature in this game. He might come in as a substitute, or he might even start. I won't be surprised if he starts the game against Wrexham. But my worry is this: we know Wrexham is a physical side, and I hope he just doesn't get another injury. Okay. And he's also mentioned that Esteval may not show up for this game because it's too soon. However, he is already, getting ready and on the pitch and working out along with Jamie Gittins. Okay. Jamie Gittins is also continuing his progress, and most likely for him and Esteval, they will not be in the game. Reece James, Cole Palmer, they will feature in this game because they are doing well. But I think just those two individuals may not feature. Now, the coach really talked about players taking their chances, especially when called upon. And he mentioned why he dropped Robert Sanchez, telling us that the reason why is because not that he has a particular number one, but he wants to give everybody the opportunity. And when you get that opportunity, you need to grab it. And he also said that he liked one thing that happened when Robert Sanchez found out that he's not going to be the goalkeeper for that game against Aston Villa. He was kind of disappointed, but he showed a good mentality by training harder, training to assist Jorgensen. And I think Jorgensen had a good game that day. In fact, everybody in the team had a great game. When you win a game, you always have a great game, right? When you lose, that's when you start nitpicking what went wrong and who did this wrong. But when you win, it doesn't matter. Anybody who didn't play well is overshadowed by the great performance and the victory. All right. So he also talked about Liam Delap, and he was asked whether Liam Delap could be handed the start tomorrow evening. Of course, because he led the line in our last FA Cup victory away to Hull City. So Liam Delap, I think for him, if he gets to start this game tomorrow, he needs to score at least one goal. But we know that sometimes it's not always about scoring the goal, but how you perform for the team. And I think he did great in that last game against Hull City. He had 3 assists. It was a hat trick of assists, but I was hoping he would have at least scored one. That will kind of boost his morals. That will give him the confidence to go and do further. Just like Jao Pedro is doing right now. He's scoring goals. His confidence is getting higher, and that's exactly what Liam did. So I hope he scores a game tomorrow. And I think that was it from the press conference. It was a pretty short press conference. All in all, we just need to make sure that we are ready for whatever they throw at us. They are playing at home. All right. They're playing at home. So they're gonna be really, really rowdy. They're gonna be really, really ready and up and running for it. So from the minute one, we need to be focused. Not the kind of focus that we had against Aston Villa in the first 5 minutes where we lost that, where they scored us a goal. We're down by 1-0 in 3 minutes. I was like, what is going on? But in this game, they need to be focused and ready for whatever the Wrexhams throw at us. Wrexhams, is that how to say it? Maybe Wrexham. Okay, so for the lineup, I think I won't be surprised if the coach retains most of the people that played in the game against Aston Villa. But I see a situation where he probably is going to start tossing. Okay, he may start tossing along with Sa. I hope that's not going to be the case, but I won't be surprised if he does that. And there's also Badia Shield, so I won't be surprised if one of those three gets to start or two of those three get to start. Okay, and he's probably going to start Jao Heto and of course Malo Gusto in the midfield. I think uh, he's probably gonna have Romeo Lavia along with Santos start the game, and then Caicedo. I won't be surprised if Caicedo captains the team tomorrow. Okay. And then he's gonna put in, of course, is most likely gonna be Ganacho, Palma, and maybe Liam Delap to start. Or he might go ahead and start Ganacho, Pedro Neto. I wonder if Pedro Neto is gonna play the game. Will play the game against he got a red card, so he's probably not gonna be able to play. Uh, so most likely he's gonna have the the left wing to be Ganacho, then Pedro Neto, and then have Liam Delap at the top. Maybe we'll see. But I think whatever the lineup is, the most important thing is we need to keep on doing what the boys have done lately, which is win the game. Okay, lately I don't mean the last three of the last 4 games that we've played, where we drew 2 games and lost one. No, I'm talking about what we did 2 days ago when we beat Aston Villa. The boys need to take this momentum, go forward, beat Wrexham, and then we think about the next game, which is against PSG. All right. So that's it for now. Do me a favor and subscribe to this channel if you've not. Do us a favor and leave a comment. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me what you think the scoreline will be. Do you think Liam Delap is going to score? And what about Cole Palmer? Okay, I'm looking at the situation whereby the coach might be thinking of PSG coming up ahead, but at the same time, he wants to make sure we progress in this FA Cup. So we may not see some of the players who started in the game against Villa because he wants to use other players and then focus on PSG with the first team players. But hey, let me know what you think about that in the comments, and do me a favor, like, comments, and of course, please subscribe to our channel as we grow. And until then, good luck.